Wait, if you have not installed the Unicorn Smasher Chrome extension, pause this video now and don't move forward until you have. And if you have installed the extension, great work, we're going to keep moving forward. In this video, you will learn how to use the Choosing a Product cheat sheet. Now you can download this cheat sheet as an attachment to this video, or you can find it in your resource packet. And I am very excited to show this resource to you. It is something that Eric and I have spent a ton of time creating, and it's going to save you so much time when you go searching for a profitable product idea. The purpose of the sheet is to be a very quick way for you to decide while you're looking through potential products whether they have a lot of potential and you should save them so later you can do a deeper look at them, or if you should skip a certain product and your time is better spent looking at other products. And what's so cool about this sheet is it's interactive. So instead of having to print it out and write on it, you can just click here, type in the product name, and then as you look at each of these criterias, if the answer is yes, you can check that box off, or if the answer is no, you could check that box. And the way the sheet is designed is you're looking for a product that you can answer yes to all 8 of these questions. And if for a certain product, one of the answers turns out to be no, you should stop right there and go look for a different product. We've carefully selected all 8 of these criterias to be essential. So you're looking for a product that passes all of them. Although this is going to take some time up front, the advantage of doing this is you're going to save a ton of time down the road. This means you're only going to take a deep look at products that have already passed these basic criterias, and it gives that product a much higher chance of being what we're looking for. Now I'm going to explain to you a little bit about each of these 8 criterias and why we chose it. And don't worry if you get lost at some point while I'm explaining this, because after I explain why we chose these criterias, we're going to pick a product online and run it through this worksheet. So you're going to find out exactly what I mean by each of these and how you can use them. The first criteria is 5 of the top 10 products have a BSR between 2,500 and 25,000. Now this thing called a BSR is something that's going to be very important to us when we're looking at potential product ideas. What it stands for is bestseller rank. And it's a way for Amazon to tell us how well is a product selling within its main category. So I'll give you an example now. Let's say we're looking online and we're in the pet supplies main category and we find a special dog leash. And this special dog leash has a BSR of 500. What that means is in that main pet category, this special dog leash is the 500th best-selling item in that category. The reason why it's important to look at a BSR that falls in this range is products that have a BSR that's very, very low are making a lot of sales, but it also means they have a lot of competition. And on the other end of the spectrum, products with a very high BSR may not have a lot of competition, but they're also not selling very well. So we're looking for products that fall in that sweet spot in the middle, where they're having enough sales volume that we can make money if we were to sell a product there, but they're not too competitive where it's going to be very hard for us to compete with other people. The next criteria is none of the top 10 products have a BSR below 500. And this has a lot to do with what I just explained about the BSR. We want to avoid products that are selling really, really well, because if any of the top 10 products have a BSR below 500, that means it's going to be very hard for us to compete with that seller because they're doing so well. The next criteria is each of the top 15 products has less than 1,000 reviews. And it's important that our competition doesn't have too many reviews, because when we start selling our product, we're starting out with 0 reviews. And if we have 0 reviews and our competitors have thousands, it's going to be very hard for us to catch up. The next criteria is 10 of the top 15 products have less than 200 reviews. And the reason for this is we don't want our competition in general to have too many reviews, Because if they do, like I mentioned with the last criteria, it's harder for us to catch up when we're starting out with 0 reviews. The next criteria is we're looking for a product that sells between $15 and $75. And we chose this range because you don't want the selling price to be too low. Otherwise, there's not a big enough profit margin where it's worth it for you to sell that product. But you also don't want your selling price to be too high because that means you have an expensive product, which increases your risk because you're spending a lot more money on inventory. The next criteria is the product is durable and unlikely to break while shipping. The last thing we want is a fragile product that's going to break by the time it arrives at the customer's doorstep. Next, we want a product that's not too big because that's going to save us a ton of money on shipping costs when the product shipped from China to our Amazon warehouse and then from the Amazon warehouse to our customer. The last criteria is the product does not violate any copyrights or patents. And this is very important because if it does, we're going to run into a lot of legal trouble. In this video, you learned how to use the Choosing a Product cheat sheet. In the next video, you're going to find one product to run through this cheat sheet.